Roasting every class in Classic WoW in under 2 minutes, go! Hunters, if you can get past the fact that everyone assumes you have a single-digit IQ, your big payoff is being mid-tier DPS at best and the same exact bow as every other hunter. And spoiler, the expo is not going to drop next week either. Paladins, the expectation is a plate-wearing holy warrior, but the reality is you'll be relegated to healing while wearing a series of the ugliest dresses in the game. And sure, you can go protection or retribution, but it's not really meta unless you're a masochist. Warlocks, because of shadow damage threat, you're the only class that actually gets penalized for getting better gear, so when you get that fancy new weapon, you're really just one step closer to being able to nap during boss fights. Oh, and by the way, you're the WoW equivalent of an Uber driver who not only works for free, but exclusively for 1-star customers. Priests, a class whose primary means of dealing damage is auto-attacking with a wand, very impressive, though you could alleviate this issue by speccing into a dollar store warlock. Now you might say they're supposed to be healers anyway, which makes it even stupider that their 31-point holy talent Lightwell is as bad as it is. Warriors, slow levelers, bad farmers, and horrible at solo PvP. They're the most socially dependent class in a game that encompasses some of the most socially inept people on Earth. If you're gonna have any chance of managing that repair bill, you better be one of the normal ones. Druids, why settle for mediocrity in one role when you can do it in all three? Your bear isn't as good as a warrior, your cat isn't as good as a rogue, and your healing isn't as good as a priest, but take solace in the fact that absolutely nobody is as good as you when it comes to carrying a flag in a straight line. Shamans, dropping totems every 20 feet and casting chain heal. How much more fun does it get? Some might insist because of your ability for burst damage, you shouldn't always be stuck healing, but the alternative is being the DPS version of a one-pump chump. Rogues, the most replaceable class in the game with near zero team utility. You really don't need to exist at all, and yet every time I make a group I gotta deal with 20 of y'all trying to get in. The only reason we keep you around is because Blizz made you the only counter to the one thing we find we're annoying, which is this room. Mages. Frankly, it's hard to roast a class that has god tier utility, farming potential, and elite DPS via pressing one button, but I will say this. Playing a mage is the equivalent of playing the entirety of Classic WoW on LFR difficulty. You just gotta show up. Hey guys, if you like the video, leave a like, and if you like the content, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And nobody get upset by this video, okay? If you want to play a balanced druid or whatever, you know, feel free to do so. Have a blast. We're just busting balls here, but I'll tell you this: don't be surprised if you're playing alone sometimes. It's just the way it is. See ya.